doppelgangers and mimics, wrap on into the Stinky Dragon for our latest drink, Babadour Sabu Tequila. It's a mocktail mixture of, well, to be honest, we're not really sure what's in it. Babadour wasn't too clear on the details. He just kept playing with his hands and smiling. Anyway, previously our adventurers were making their way through the cavernous underground tunnels of Steinman, hoping to find Hugh Manor, the last glassblower in the district. But all they found so far are dead ends, traps, and now it seems some swarms of spiders. Take a seat and let's wrap. Webs get shot out at both exits, sealing them off.
Get me pictures.
Trapping you inside the cavern. A legion of spindly legs scuttle out from the shadows at the high edge of the cavern. A cacophony of clicking and hissing grows louder and louder until you spot two swarms of spiders slinking out from behind the boulders with a myriad of eerie eyes fixed on you.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna roll initiative for them.
Are we in initiative already? Like our current roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spiders. They got a terrible roll. They rolled a 2. Gum, you see swarms of spiders coming out. What do you want to do? And they shot webs blocking off the entrance and the exit.
So are there more spiders behind us or in front of us?
In front of you, crawling out from behind the boulders.
Okay.
Gum smash.
How big of spiders are these?
There's swarms of spiders. They're just like two different masses of spiders.
Okay. I want to go into a rage and run into the spiders and start
Screaming. He just wants to start screaming.
He just wants to yell at the spiders.
I want to swing my battle axe in a circle like a tornado.
Okay.
I hate bugs.
So Gum goes into a rage and charges into the spiders, flailing his axe all around. Go ahead and make an attack roll with your axe.
Okay, and I have to do my thingy,
Oh, right.
which I guess is a D8, right?
I don't have that in front of me, but yeah, I believe it's a D8.
You doing something secret? You doing something?
He has that thing that determines what his like rage is.
Yeah, when he rages, sometimes weird stuff happens.
Remember his Jack thing?
Yeah, I got you.
Jack.
Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. So, and I'm up and around all the spiders.
Okay. You've seen how spiders can climb around difficult terrain without too much of a problem. It doesn't seem to be causing them any real trouble.
So many legs.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll attack roll. It's 17.
Oh yeah, you land a blow on this swarm of spiders with your axe.
Roll for damage.
6.
It's not a good roll.
Do you get any bonuses for your raging?
+2 melee damage with strength.
Oh.
+2. So then that's actually an 8. You kill a whole bunch of them in the swarm, and then they start skittering back into hiding. But there is still one other swarm.
Good job.
Why are there flowers and plants everywhere?
Kyborg, there's still the other swarm that's further in the distance.
Spiders.
Okay, I want to take a shot with my longbow, but I want to make it an arcane shot if I land it. So I guess I should.
Yeah, take your shot first.
Hiya! 23.
23, that hits for sure.
Okay. As I said, I want to do an arcane shot, and since it's just a bunch of spiders, I want to make it a bursting arrow. I just want them to explode. Everywhere.
All right.
Damage is 10 plus bursting arrow immediately after the arrow. It's a creature. The target and all other creatures within 10 feet of it take 2d6 force damage each.
All right, so roll that force damage.
I think you overkilled these spiders.
Good. 3 and 3, 6.
So 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
Kyborg launches an arrow that lands in the middle of the spiders and explodes on impact. Seems like it kills most of the spiders, and then the remaining ones scramble back into cover.
Nah.
We'll get you.
We're all covered in spider bits because he did the bursting arrow.
You're welcome, team.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yay.
Monster gone.
There's still spider webbing at the entrance and exit. You'd have to cut your way through it, but you know, with your swords, it's really not that big a deal. You all are able to hack your way through the spider webs and continue on your way.
Excellent.
That was Gum, I think, right?
That was Gum's turn.
Yeah. So Kyborg.
All right. Let's do scout ahead then. I want to do a dexterity check, which is a 22.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So he reveals the top card of the deck in addition to a card in the river, and you can choose one.
So let's look at what that left card is.
That was a monster card.
Oh, we don't want to go that path. That's a monster card. So,
Ooh, or a right path.
oh, let's use the right path.
Yeah. I wasn't sure which one you were going to pick, but that is 6 right path cards for you.
Always go left.
How many do we know? I mean, do we need?
We don't know.
I never said.
Oh.
Yeah, unspecified.
So you've got 6 so far.
That's classified. Why am I imagining Bart with sunglasses like in an earpiece? That's classified.
Please do not make eye contact with the DM. Thank you.
Classified.
Mud.
I guess I'll try to boost morale. Mud's not really good at that, so no promises.
Well, sometimes you got to push outside your comfort zone. You know, try something new.
Or you roll a 1.
No, it's a -1 after your modifier is added. Mud tries to boost your morale, but it's so repulsive. It puts everyone in an even worse mood.
Listen, Mud has spent a lot of time just playing with rocks and dirt. He really hasn't spent a lot of time learning how to be a people person. I will go straight.
Let's see. It's a trap card.
Mud's not feeling well. When will you learn not to go straight?
I know. Straight didn't work out for me earlier in life.
Yeah, there it was. There it was.
You take a step forward and your foot sinks slightly further into the ground. Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Oh, the badger is thinking. That was an 18, my dude.
That is successful. You hear a faint, clinking noise, but then nothing seems to happen. Almost like you stepped on a pressure plate, but whatever it was attached to was no longer connected.
A toot noise is made instead.
I also rolled for athletics. The badger did a backflip. I rolled a 23.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's an athletic badger.
As it is.
We're going to move on to Bart. I'm going to eliminate 2 of these checks. We're going to get rid of Forge a Path and
It's elementary.
Boost Morale.
And boost
It's
morale.
elementary.
Man, I should probably do It's Elementary because you guys don't have good intelligence.
You've been railroaded into being designated as the smart person of the party.
It just sucks because I have a 0. I'll do it.
Smartest man in the room.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are very good at wisdom either.
Oh my God, 5.
5. No. Thinking's not really your thing, Bart.
Not today.
Not in the dark.
All right. Which direction? Left, straight, or right?
We'll go right.
Right path.
Right path. Woo.
Congratulations. That is 7 right path cards.
Yay. Right for right.
You make your way to the right. In the distance, you hear a faint clicking and dripping reverberating off of the cave walls. The path before you steepens into a muddy slope with flickering light toward the top. Splat, splat, splat. With every step, you notice the slope path becomes wetter and wetter until you are a few feet deep in murky water.
Ooh.
The clicking and dripping echoes louder. You finally reach the slope's peak and the mouth of the cave. As you step through, it opens up to a cavernous circular grotto filled with shallow pools of water, a few pits, spiky stalagmites, and a high ceiling teeming with stalactites.
Oh.
A handful of tall coves are carved out in the recesses of the cave. In the center of the grotto is a raised stone dais with candlelight flickering across broken bones.
It's not foreboding at all.
It's a Geodude.
You hear a loud clicking, and you look up to see 8 beady eyes the size of melons staring back at you.
Oh, no.
Hanging high in the center of the grotto is a hairy 8-legged spider the size of a wagon, clicking its pincers feverishly. It slowly descends on a thick strand of web to the stone dais. A beam of light catches your eye overhead, pouring through a hole in the ceiling. The spider sits on the candlelight dais, and with a silky smooth voice it says,
Guten Nacht, travelers. I am King Obenov, but you can call me Obie. You look lost?
Mud approaches cautiously. It says, yes, we're trying to find our way through this cave. Could you possibly help us?
Oh yes, I've been looking for new companions. Everyone I know seems to be tangled up at the moment. Perhaps we can be friends?
I don't trust this guy.
Now, hold on.
Could I use a insight of some sort to see if he's actually trustworthy?
Insight. Yeah, you could make an insight check.
Oh, yeah. We should check if the giant spider that is talking about wrapping us in his webs, if he's going to be our bud.
He didn't say he wrapped anybody up.
He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us, guys.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you about something really awesome we're doing over on our Patreon. We've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, the award-winning D&D video game, but completely in character as Mud, Bart, Kyborg, and Gum Gum. So if you think our normal adventures are chaotic, wait until you see us in a fully open-world RPG where anything is possible. Bart's looking for love, Kyborg tries to solve every problem with backflips, Mud tricks me into using Bart as a weapon, and Gum Gum is learning about life and where babies come from. So if you like the Infinites, this is for you, and it's only on our Patreon. We've got a whole collection of exclusive gameplay videos, like John and I playing Elden Ring as Gunther from Campaign 3. There's also D&D one-shots and mini-campaigns with new characters and wild adventures. So go to stinkydragonpod.com, where you can access all of our exclusive content and a bunch of other cool perks. That's stinkydragonpod.com. It is the best place to directly support the making of this show. Thank you so much.
Hey Stinky Dragon fans, it's me, Blaine, here to tell you about Stinky Dragon Adventures. What is that, you might be asking? Well, it's an adaptation of the Infinite campaign in puppet format. It's a lot of fun. They're 11-minute episodes. We put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and felt into it. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out at stinkydragonpod.com. And here's a little taste of what you can find.
It seems my genotype created a unique biological environment that amplified the potion's effects.
But how long will the potion of intellect last?
And see here? Voila! Whoa.
All he said was his friends were tangled up at the moment. I don't know what you're...
At the moment.
Yeah, and Webb, I get what he's made.
I don't know what kind of prejudices you were bringing to the table at this encounter.
Spider prejudice.
Why don't you leave your misconceptions at the door there, Kyborg,
Yeah,
okay?
it's a common phrase.
It's a spider!
Tangled up. Most people say tied up, but you know.
Yeah.
Choice.
Did you want to make that insight check, Bart?
Let's do it. I have advantage though, so hiya. That's a 16.
16. Yeah, you feel like the spider is looking to help you.
See?
You're
Really?
insane. You're crazy.
Okay.
No way.
So, friends?
Yes. I'm always looking for a new friend, especially of the non-humanoid persuasion. I see there's some openings in the back of this grotto. Is there a certain one that would be advantageous for us to go through?
Oh, the giant holes back there? Well, the thing is...
And at that point, you hear a low rumbling and the ground begins to shake. Then, boom! Bursting through the ground comes a monstrous scarlet worm, twice as long as the spider, with a circular maw of teeth and a sharp stinger on its tail.
Oh my god.
Smarsh is king. Smarsh hates spiders. Smarsh squish spider and friends. Smarsh is king.
I love Dune.
See?
Smarsh is king.
See, I like this guy. I feel like we should be following this guy. I want to do a perception check and see if we can trust this giant worm.
Insight.
Personally, I feel like we can.
Roll that insight.
It's a 6. What are we feeling?
Yeah, you feel really good about the
See,
giant worm that wants to squish the spider and his friends.
Let's go worm.
I'm really afraid of those things.
What are those things?
Which things?
The squiggly worms.
Oh.
The squiggly worms.
Smarsh is king.
Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, Smarsh is king. I agree.
Oh, Smarsh.
This is the worms was one of the things that Gum Gum listed he was afraid of in the church.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a 17 initiative.
15.
16.
I got a 21.
Blackjack.
Do not attack the worm. Attack the spider.
So is Giant Spider and was Smash? What was his name?
Smarsh.
Are they on the same team?
Well, Smarsh came in and said that he was going to squish the spider and his friends.
Oh, never mind.
He also said he's king, and
yeah.
personally,
in case you didn't know, Smarsh is king.
Yeah.
So Spider's a 5 and the Smarsh is 3. They had terrible rolls. All right, Gum Gum, you're up first. There's a scary worm fighting a giant spider. What do you want to do?
Okay, and they're both in front of us?
Yes.
Gum Gum does not want to be near that worm.
he had worms once as a child. He ate some ice cream. He thought it was ice cream. It was actually cookie dough. Gave him the worms.
Shoots.
Which sounds like something Chris probably would have actually done in his childhood. Chris, have you ever had worms? You're in a safe place.
I don't know.
We'll cut it out.
I don't know if I've. Oh, worms is in. Have I eaten? No, I've never had worms.
Roll a perception check, Gum Gum.
1.
Okay.
See, I rolled a 15 on perception. I'm pretty sure that Chris has had worms.
Okay, no, you see the giant spider and the giant purple worm facing off in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to rage. And where is there anything in front of the worm, or like is there anything obstacle things to hide behind?
Well, there's the raised stone dais that the spider lowered itself down onto. It's a pretty big cavern. There's plenty of rocks and stalagmites on the ground.
And that dais, is there anything special about it? Like, what's it look like? It's
just carved out of stone. It seems like it's falling apart. It's probably been there a long time. You don't think the spider made it, but it probably just kind of found it. There's also some shallow pools in the center of the cave.
Okay. I'm afraid of worms, so I'm going to run to the shallow pools. And I want to throw my javelin at the worm and then duck and hide in the water.
Okay.
And I'm raging while I'm doing this.
Okay. So you have to re-roll your D8?
I gotta roll that thing again. I got a 1, which is shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. You also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
That's a good one to roll for right now.
Yeah. All right. I guess I don't think the spider is bad.
He's not.
Gum Gum's going Angel of Death on everything.
So I'm gonna make those things attack the worm and throw my javelin at it.
Okay. Well, let's take care of your javelin first.
Okay.
So roll that attack roll.
23.
Yeah, you hit it. Go ahead and roll some damage.
And that's 8, but then I'm raging, so that's 10.
A raging Gum Gum sprints across the cavern into the murky, shallow pool. He pulls out his javelin and hurls it high, piercing the slimy hide of the colossal worm, which cries out in pain.
Does he roll the necrotic?
And now I roll 12.
Smarsh needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Smarsh.
Smarsh.
I'm going to roll that here. Let you see it.
Smarshmallow.
Worm Smarsh.
That's a 12, which I do not believe is good enough.
Let me see here.
So the saving throw is DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your Constitution modifier. So DC 8, Constitution modifier. That should do it alone. Plus 3, that's 11. It's already too high. Yeah, it does not save. So it takes 1d12 necrotic damage.
That's 3.
3 points of damage. Yeah, so go ahead and roll the d12 temporary hit points.
Okay.
That's a good move.
4.
4. There you go. As Gum Gum launches the javelin, ghostly tendrils inexplicably emerge around him and lash out at Smarsh, flogging its wounds even more. Smarsh growls at Gum Gum.
I'm even more terrified by these things that are coming out of me. I think it's the worm, and I duck underneath in the water and hide.
You're hiding. Okay. Bart, make me a perception check, Bart.
Okay. Ooh, not very good. 8.
Okay. You're able to see Gum Gum hiding in the water.
Okay. Man, with that low perception. Am I still invisible?
Have you cast any other concentration spells? Because I think invisibility lasts for an hour. So as long as you're still concentrating, yes, you would still be invisible.
Okay. I would like to cast Cloud of Daggers over Smarsh.
Ooh. Cloud of Daggers. So that is a concentration spell. So
Okay.
once you cast Cloud of Daggers, you will no longer be invisible.
That's okay.
Okay. So Bart begins casting, and spinning daggers appear in a cube 5 feet on each side. I assume right on Smarsh's head.
Yes.
All right.
Whatever head he's got.
So go ahead and roll 4d4 slashing damage.
Coming in. 9 total.
Bart takes a quick survey of the cavern, and perhaps at the sight of the surrounding stalactites, gets the idea to fling his own blanket of daggers onto Smarsh's skull. The spinning blades pepper the crown of the worm as he flails in frustration, confused by the showering of spikes. All right, that's a total of 22 points of damage on Smarsh.
Nice.
Is that it for you?
Yes.
Okay. Kyborg, roll me a perception check.
Eventually, one of us is going to see the thing that Gus needs us to see.
It's 6 again.
That's a
No? You see Gum Gum hiding in the water, and Bart has popped back into the realm of the visible and created a cloud of daggers over Smarsh's head.
Gotcha. It's my turn to fight, right?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, as he said, Smarsh is king. And, I respect giant worms. So in honor of Dune, I want to mount the Shai Hulud and prove to the Fremen that I am the Lisan al-Gaib. So I'm...
What words are you saying?
I'm cracking up. Oh my God.
So
What are these?
What?
I want to...
Don't worry, Barb. You just need to read a book that is way too long.
There are some fans that are listening that like Dune who are loving this. I'm going to use
You made your successful nerd check.
Sweet.
You made it easily.
I want to use my 2 hand axes, and I want to mount the worm.
You're going to try to mount it, okay? So
I want to ride the worm.
Make, I guess, first of all, we'll start with like a touch attack, just to see if you can touch it.
What is that? Oh, like an unarmed strike or?
Yeah, sure. Just roll like an unarmed strike.
17.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to touch the worm to grab onto it. You want to try to get up on top of it. The worm is pretty big. It's large. Go ahead and make a athletics check. Start climbing up on it.
All right, come on. It's a 14. Come
14. It's not a great roll. Yeah, you're starting to climb up on it. It's too high for you to climb all in one go, but you're on the side of the giant worm of Smarsh.
Yes.
Sorry, of King Smarsh. All right, Kyborg. Interesting choice. Mud. Make a perception check.
Perception check. That's a 20.
A beam of light catches your eye overhead, pouring through a hole in the ceiling. Seems like that's where the spider came through.
Okay, guys. There's a chance we could avoid smashing Smarsh. I think I see a way out.
Where?
So it's up where... What was the spider's name?
You can call him Obie.
Obie.
King
Obie.
Obenelf.
It's the hole where Obie came from. There's light.
Oh, maybe we could escape there.
How do we get up?
You want to try throwing me up?
I'm a badger.
Exactly.
So it's pretty high. It's just like 40 feet up in the air. You see like a spider web covering it, but you think you could climb up there. Or I mean, if you have some magic way to get yourself up there, you could do that. But if nothing else, you could climb.
I'm looking to see if I have any magic way to get up there. I don't. Just FYI. But you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna do something silly. I need to see if I can turn into this yet. Hold up. Hold while I scroll through the creatures.
Holding.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm turning into a spider, y'all.
Oh, that's cool.
So you got that?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at Obie.
Oh, right. Well, he's a giant spider, but
well,
I guess
and then I also saw the swarm of spiders early on,
okay.
And all that kind of thing. So, and he literally has a move called Spider Climb.
That's cool.
Amazing.
I don't have to make ability checks on climbing.
Yeah, that's why earlier when Gum Gum raged and made that difficult terrain, it didn't matter because spiders have spider climb.
Yep. So I turn into a spider and head on up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're normally there would be checks involved with this, but since you're a spider and you've got spider climb, yeah, you're able to move. You move like a full 30 feet up the wall. So like I said, it was 40 feet high, so you don't make it all the way, but you're most of the way there.
I do like that I just start climbing up while Kyborg is like literally attached to the worm via his weapons.
You feel extra lucky that you're a spider because there's so much spider web in the way. You think that if you were in another form, it might cause you some difficulty getting through.
Yeah, I have Web Walker, which is another thing that allows me to move without restriction caused by webbing.
Good call, John.
It's my favorite ability. The mud has just turning it. I have so many animals on my list now. It's fantastic. That pet store really helped. So yeah, that's me heading up there. I'm a spider, y'all.
Hope you're enjoying this episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon. As always, I say it all the time, but really, if you could do it, it would help. If you could tell a friend or talk about us on social media, you can include us at Stinky Dragon Pod or use hashtag Stinky Dragon Pod. You can get your name in the show as maybe, I can't guarantee it, maybe you'll be an NPC in the show in a future arc. If you could give us a rating on the podcast platform, wherever you listen to this, that would do great. It would really help, people find the podcast and enjoy it.
Thanks for watching this episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon. Hey, Speaking of Tales from a Stinky Dragon, did you know there are many, many ways you can directly support the show? One of those ways is by checking out our online store at store.stinkydragonpod.com and picking up some awesome merchandise. We have products featuring not only every campaign, but every player's character as well. Everything from hats to shirts, to hoodies, to stickers, to mugs. All things Stinky can be found at store.stinkydragonpod.com. Plus, as an added bonus, if you make a purchase at store.stinkydragonpod.com, you might get a personalized thank you audio message from one of our cast or crew. Talk about value. So open up a new window right now, head over to store.stinkydragonpod.com and tell them Gus sent you. I rolled like a 35 on my persuasion, so you have to. Go. What do you wait? Go.
I'm Micah Reisinger, writer, editor, and composer of Stinky Dragon. Beneath the dramatic dice rolls, the spellbinding storytelling, and hilarious hijinks lies a secret ingredient. A force so powerful that few dare speak its name, but you seem trustworthy. It's called music. Every piece of original music from Stinky Dragon is available to you for the low, low price of free? Free. Are we sure about that? That's a typo, right? It's got to be a little bit more than that. Okay, it is free. Okay. All right. My entire catalog of Stinky Dragon soundtracks, that's 13 albums of sweeping orchestral scores, pulse-bounding battle themes, and emotional ballads, now yours to underscore your epic D&D sessions or set the mood while you mow the lawn or walk your fur babies across the road. I don't know, whatever you do to listen to music. Stream Stinky Dragon soundtracks now wherever you get your music for free.
Well, it's Obie's turn, and he is not happy with King Smarsh.
Listen up, you enormous oaf. There can only be one true king of these caves, and we both know you need acumen and discernment to make fair judgments as a ruler.
No, I squish jump spider. Smarsh is king.
The giant spider shrugs its front legs and says,
Ugh. Well, fine, you vile vermin. You want to throw down? Then let's go, you witless worm.
He's going to go ahead and try to bite King Smarsh.
Smarsh, no! Smarsh is king!
Smarsh! Why are you stabbing him then?
I'm riding him. I'm sandworm riding.
Oh, that is a 20 critical
Nat
hit.
20.
The maker, no!
Obie shoots a line of web at Smarsh's eyes and bounds into the air, landing high up on the worm's neck. As it thrashes about, Obie sinks its fangs into the worm's scarlet-skinned neck. 17 points of damage on Smarsh. And Smarsh has to make a Constitution saving throw or take poison damage. That is a failure. Obie's fangs inject venom into Smarsh's neck, and Smarsh becomes a bit disoriented from the toxins entering its bloodstream.
Yeah!
This is the fun part where the DM plays with himself.
Man, publicly? Whoa.
Thought we were trying to keep this PG-13.
Yeah. And then I attack me.
And then I ate the bowl.
Takes another 9 points of poison damage. So that's what Obie does.
Spider bites Smarsh? No! Smarsh bites spider!
You get away from him.
Smarsh manages to rub the webs off his eyes using the cavern walls, and he opens his mouth wide and lunges his circular mauve teeth onto Obie's furry flesh, dealing 10 points of piercing damage.
Smarsh is king.
Then the mighty worm flings his tail with its sharp stinger straight into the back of Obie, dealing another 7 points of piercing damage. And that's just poison on that. So Obie needs to make a poison saving throw. He fails. Smarsh drives his stinger further into Obie's back and shoots his own stream of poison into the spider's veins, dealing 6 points of poison damage.
That's a lot of poison damage.
Ha 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 ha! Smarsh no more than Pewdie Spider know. Know why? 'Cause Smarsh is king.
Kyborg, Smarsh is thrashing around as he's being attacked and also as he's making attacks. So make a dexterity saving throw to see if you manage to stay attached.
Okay, Smarsh is king. All right, here we go. 18.
18, yeah. You're able to hold on successfully. Gum.
Okay, so my friendly spider Mud in relation to that thing that he's climbing up towards?
30 feet up.
He's 30 feet up the wall, yeah.
Okay. I would like to try and jump up and join him.
jump up.
3 feet jump?
Oh, you have jump.
Yeah.
Let's get that ring, right?
Yeah. So I'll run and jump. Yeah, towards the hole, I guess.
Is there a roll for jump?
Your jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
So I guess that's not quite 40 feet.
What's jump distance for Gum?
But it says that when you high jump, you leap into the air a feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
What is your strength?
My strength modifier is
+5.
So yeah, you could jump 8 feet off the ground. So you triple that to 24 feet. So you could grab about 30, 35 feet.
okay.
Do it.
I'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, you take a little bit of a running start and you jump up and you are pretty much at the same spot where Spider Mud is. Spider Mud.
That's all I'm thinking about right now.
And then can I still take an action?
Well, that's like kind of your movement. What were you thinking? Yeah.
Oh, couldn't I go double my distance if I didn't take an action?
Was doing your transformation, did that take up anything?
No, that's a bonus.
Oh, okay. We'll say you're up at the
mouth of
the
it.
hole then. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing, Gum?
I want to drop a rope down.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to do that, helping your friends out?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like attach it to anything or is it just like tied around you?
Is there anything around which I could attach it to? Like,
do you have like any climbing equipment? You could use like a what do they call it? How do you say it? A python? Python?
Python.
So what I do have is I have a hunting trap that I could like tie it to and then snap it onto the spider web. Could that work?
A hunting trap?
Yeah, like a claw thing. Can I tie it to the one end and then clamp it onto like?
You could try to maybe like, how strong is it? Could you activate it and have it like bite into the wall?
Like a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sure, why not? Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, I'll do that.
I mean, if I'm riding a worm and then Mud is a giant spider, I feel like it's only fair.
I'm not
Yeah.
a giant spider. I'm a normal spider.
Well, that's lame. I thought you were a giant spider.
Aww.
So Gum is trying to make a rope for people. Bart, what do you want to do?
Can I try to make this thing sleep?
You could try. If I remember right, you have a certain number of hit dice you can put to sleep.
Nope. Sorry, never mind. I'm a giant spider. I can turn into a giant spider.
Way cooler.
Way cooler.
5d8 worth of hit points. So at most, you could put to sleep a 40 hit point creature if you roll 5/8.
So, okay. So he's a little more powerful than that. Let's do some dissonant whispers. As long as he's in range of me.
Yeah, you got 60-foot range. Yeah, they're within range. Who are you targeting? Smarsh?
Smarsh.
So Smarsh must make a wisdom saving throw. Is Smarsh wise? Smarsh is not wise.
Didn't think so. Based on the way he came in, he's like, Smarsh.
Smarsh is king, guys.
He rolled an 18, though. That's a really good roll.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, so he does succeed on the save.
But does he still take anything?
On a successful save, the target takes half damage and does not have to move away. So roll 3d6 and Smarsh will take half that damage.
Okay, we got 9. So would that be 4 or 5?
4. Run down.
Okay, 4. Dang.
Bart quietly utters a grating melody that only Smarsh can hear, jarring him with half a headache.
Smarsh no like music.
Anything else you want to do, Bart?
Could I can't climb or anything like that. I don't really have that skill.
You should be able to climb the rope that Gum dropped down.
Okay. Yeah, let's try to do that if I'm close enough to grab it.
Make an athletics check, but we'll give you advantage on this.
Okay, here we go. All right, gonna need that. Well, I would have it anyways because I'm lucky.
Oh yeah, you get to reroll that regardless.
Should I?
8, and now you roll again because you have advantage.
Okay, excellent. Sweet, 17.
17. Yeah, Bart starts inching his way up. What is your movement? Your movement's 25. So you go up, let's say about 15 feet up the rope.
Okay. I'm scared of heights. Please don't drop this rope.
Kyborg, you want to continue trying to climb, Smarsh? What's up with you?
I'm assuming that we're just trying to escape the cave at this point, right? Got it. Okay, cool.
I mean, that's what 3 of the 4 of us are doing.
Okay. I think I can still ride the worm and escape the cave. All right. Because I need to prove. I know in my heart of hearts that I am Kyborg Muad'Dib. All right. That I can ride this great maker. Okay. So I'm gonna continue to climb it, and then I want to see if I can control it to rear it up to the entrance so that I can just climb out.
Let's get this climbing part first. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
All right, you got it. Here we go.
Remember when Kyborg died in a cave with the worm and we all got out?
But he was really happy, though.
Yeah, he died a happy death.
18.
18. Yeah, we'll say you're able to successfully climb to the top of the worm. You could try to make it rear up so you can leave. So go ahead and make an.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Make an animal handling check.
I am Uso.
Another reference I don't get.
Here we go. Animal handling.
Your animal handling can't be fantastic.
It's a 0, but it's 11.
11. No, you are unable to get Smarsh to do what you want.
But Smarsh is king.
Smarsh is king.
Smarsh is king.
Smarsh, you're king, please. Was that my action, or can I still do some?
We'll say you still have an action.
Let me see. I have some rope. We'll do that. I mean, I'm on it. You guys saw it. I rode the worm.
I didn't see it. Just for the record, my head was in the water.
Okay. Well, then I can't escape until everyone sees that I rode the worm.
I saw it with 8 eyes, so I saw it enough for all of us.
I saw the sun and opened up my eyes.
I saw the sun.
Yo, I'm just reading through these beasts that I could turn into. I could turn into a swarm of spiders as well. We saw a swarm of spiders. I now can literally turn into a swarm.
Ooh, very cool. Can I throw a rope up to the entrance? Maybe attach it to an arrow, take a shot up to the entrance, and then climb out.
Yeah, you could try that. You could also try to jump for the existing rope that Gum laid out.
Okay, I'll do that. That's a lot of people on one rope, though.
It's very sturdy.
Okay.
Got that hunting trap.
Okay.
Holding it. Go ahead and everyone's favorite, make an athletics check. All right. We're gonna say you're gonna be at disadvantage though because of how it's like thrashing around. Smarsh is thrashing around.
Yeah, Smarsh is king. He does what he wants. Well, that's a
7.
fail.
That was a critical fail.
But I'll roll it again just because it's 22.
No, it's a 7.
You said I had advantage, right? Because I've harnessed the power of Smarsh King Smarsh.
Kyborg makes a leap for the rope that Gum has laid out. He misjudges it though, and he slips and falls down onto the ground, onto a stalagmite that is sticking out of the ground.
Oh God!
I stabbed myself.
Oh God!
You're gonna take some damage. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Piercing.
Smarsh is king.
All right, Mud. You can probably finish climbing on this turn if you want to. Like you're pretty much at the mouth.
Hold up. You wait. You wait up a second, okay? Can I shoot? I want to shoot web at Smarsh. The ranged weapon attack. Target is restrained by webbing. The restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check. On a success, they burst through the web, but it has to wait on their turn.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you would make a ranged weapon attack. So it's a D20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5. D20.
11. That's not going to be good enough, I imagine.
No, you shoot some webs at Smarsh, but he's thrashing around and dodges out of the way.
Smarsh is king.
I somehow, since I only have the little single digits at the end of my legs, I flip him off with as many of those as I can and then skitter up the rest of the way.
Mud disappears into the mouth of the opening of the cave.
Bye.
Obie's gonna take he's gonna take an attack. He likes your webbing ID. He's gonna shoot a web at Smarsh as well.
Do it, Obie.
No, that's a 8. That misses. Obie sees Kyborg on the stalagmite, and he reaches down with his unsettling legs and picks you up, Kyborg. He takes you off of the stalagmite, and he hands you over close to the rope so you can start climbing up.
My man.
Oh.
Like partway up the rope.
So the spider's good.
He wants to be your friend.
Spider's good. Spider's been good from the start.
He's great.
But Smarsh is king.
But kings aren't always good.
Yeah, kings can be jerks.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that.
Pretty sure most kings have been jerks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You can, if it makes you feel any better, you can call him King Obie.
I mean, Emperor Shaddam IV was evil. I should have known all along. I climbed the rope. I'm sorry, guys. I climbed the rope.
Yeah, Obie did also claim to be a king when you first encountered him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No, okay, sorry.
Smarsh sees Obie benevolently assists Kyborg to the rope and takes advantage of the situation. The immense worm opens its circular maw and clamps down onto the back of Obie's already battered body, dealing 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh my
No!
God. No. Not him.
Gum.
Not like this.
Smarsh the king.
Okay, so who's where exactly?
Mud is through the hole. You're at the top of the rope. Kyborg, let's say, is halfway up the rope. And then right behind him, just a few feet behind, is Bart.
Okay, I want to climb up the rest of the way, but can I carry it, but then pull them up with the rope?
You can start trying to pull him if you want. Oh, wait, how would you hold on, though?
Yeah, you're holding a rope and then you're holding the web, right?
Yeah, you're having to also climb.
No, I guess what I would do is I would clamp the trap onto me.
So with one hand, you're going to unstick it, one hand holding on to the cave, and then the other hand holding onto the rope and try to carry it up?
Wait, or what I do is I put the rope on my shoulder and then climb up the rope with both hands, but so it's like my rope, my shoulder is the pulley.
Right, as you're climbing, then you're pulling the rope up at the same time. Yeah, all right, yeah, just go ahead and make an athletics check.
Gum.
Big money, no whammies.
Where's my athletics?
Do it, gum.
He's just holding his breath while he looks for athletics on his sheet.
19.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You climb all the way over to the opening, and you're able to go into the opening. Everyone else is still just a few feet behind you on the rope at this point.
Can I loop the rope? Is there anything to loop the end of the rope onto?
Nothing that you see, but if you just keep it on your shoulder, they should be clear probably on their next turn.
Okay. Get my hunting trap.
Bart.
I'm still on the rope, right?
Yeah, you're just a few feet below the opening.
Okay. I would like to climb out of here.
It's a good idea.
All right. Make me an athletics check.
Athletics. That is a 16.
16. All right. Yeah, you're able to climb up just fine. Bart enters the opening. That leaves Kyborg dangling all alone.
Could I, is it possible to send out my mage hand to help him?
Your mage hand can only really hold up to 10 pounds of stuff, so it really can't help too much.
Just push him up from the bum and give him little 10 pounds of pressure.
You could get my hunting trap undone.
You could try to. I mean, yeah. There's nothing. It doesn't harm. You could get the trap, or you could try to help if you want.
What do you guys think? Should I get the trap?
It's your call.
Let's get the trap.
Okay. The mage hand goes out and it grabs the trap. It'll delay until Kyborg is able to scramble up and finish with the rope.
It's doing that thing where it's waiting impatiently and doing the finger
The fingers are tapping.
Yeah, finger tapping.
Kyborg.
Yeah, I climbed the rope, and then I whisper to myself, Smarsh is king.
Athletics check is a 15. That's good enough for me. All right, you all climb up. The mage hand grabs the trap, and you all climb up into the shaft as the battle rages below you. You climb up the shaft as rain pelts you from above. You notice that the cave rock walls are gradually being replaced with stonework, like you're inside of a well. You catch sight of a flickering firelight at what looks to be the top of the well. As you get closer to it, a hand reaches down towards you.
Take hold of my hand! I shall pull you to safety!
Is it just to me?
Who is it?
It's up to you guys.
I'm still a spider.
I pull the finger?
Can we see who it is?
You can't see. All you see is an arm and a hand reaching down into the well.
What kind of arm?
Human.
This could either be the scene from Lion King where Scar tries to help Mufasa and then ends up just letting go.
Guys, it's my missing arm.
It's your missing arm.
I think we should go for it. Let's
grab it and go up.
Okay. You all grab onto the arm and it pulls you out of the well to safety. You all take a moment to catch your breath, and as you look around, you see you're surrounded by a band of human men holding torches. They're all smiling at you. A velvety voice from behind says,
Welcome, welcome. Oh, I do love visitors.
You turn around to see a middle-aged man wearing a tattered top hat, black suit, and a red ascot. He's sitting atop a nearby boulder, flicking a gold coin between his knuckles in one hand and stroking his well-groomed Van Dyke beard with the other. He tips his hat and says,
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hugh Manor, head of the Steinman Guild, preeminent stonemason, and last glassblower of Ürbloom, or what's left of it. And you are?
I'm a spider.
Infinite Interns.
Oh, that too.
scared.
I'm gum.
The Infinite Interns. Well, delighted to meet you. Now, it is quite late and I am starving. Would you care to join me for a midnight snack?
I could eat.
Always.
Yeah.
As long as it's not humans.
Hugh looks you all up and down for a moment. He licks his lips, snaps his fingers, and says,
Yes, you will do nicely. With some seasoning, of course.
He's a cannibal. I called it. I told you he's a cannibal.
Wham! You each feel something blunt hammer you in the back of the head, and the last thing you hear as you fall to the ground unconscious is,
Dinner is served.
Oh.
I pulled that out of nowhere. I told you. He's a cannibal.
Human.
dun dun dun. Find out what happens to our intrepid crew on the next episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
That's it, Leave. Deep breaths now. I've just about dialed in the settings for our dreamery experiment. And that should do it.
You don't have to worry about Sleek, my pale friend. I will keep a close eye on him. Your job is simple. Stick with those imbecilic interns and win them over somehow. Then, once you've gained their trust, make sure they're preoccupied. Shouldn't take much to get them off track. The important thing is to keep them away from the Glocken Tower. Think you can handle that? What's your name again?
The great and powerful, a brink tussler. Nothing to worry about, Aerolite.
I should hope so. Because we both know what happens if you don't.
My Deja, I've sent them into a trap. I must warn them right away. Oof.
Hey, thank you for watching this episode of the Infinite Campaign here on our YouTube channel. We got episodes coming out every Monday, but we also have the entire show from start to finish available on all major podcast platforms. So Apple and Spotify, we're all up there. And we also have an ad-free version of the show over on our Patreon at stinkydragonpod.com. Go check us out.